Yo, welcome back, adulterers. This is volume 39, airing on Monday, January 8th.
Hi, guys.
Shout out to all the adulterers, all the listeners. Thank y'all for tuning in week to week. Thank y'all for sharing. Continue to give us likes and shares. Likes the page on Adulthood Pod on Instagram. Share our clips. Give us a 5-star review on Spotify. Give us a comment on YouTube. Keep the podcast growing. We just reached our most viewed episode, which was with Karen Feehan. Shout out to Karen. And that's pushing close to 2,000 by now on
Karen.
YouTube and much more on the streaming. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for supporting. People like the guests. We're gonna have more guests, but it just depends on when we feel like it.
Can we get Dave Chappelle?
I'll see what I can do. If you guys want to see me on the road, I'm back out for the rest of the year. I'm in Denver this weekend on January 11th to the 13th at the Denver Improv.
Shout out.
I'm in Austin next weekend, January 19th and 20th
Shout
at the
out.
Creek and the Cave. And I'm in Phoenix, Arizona from the 25th to the 28th at the House of Comedy, Rick Bronson's House of Comedy in Arizona. That is my dates for the month.
Shout
Thank
out.
y'all for listening. Adulterers, one love, peace. We're good. We're live. Volume 39.
Wow.
Monday, January 8th. Welcome back to the Adulthood Podcast.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back, adulterers. This is volume 39. We're one volume away from 40.
Oh, man.
The big 40.
That's a mid-pod crisis.
We're a week into the new year.
That's right.
I hope everybody had a new year. A new year. I guess everybody had a new year.
has it.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a good new year.
Boom.
A safe new year. What'd you do? Did you do anything?
I escaped the city and went to Vermont with my lady.
Nice. How
Yes.
was that?
It was incredible. It was nice to get away.
Nice.
We stayed at a lake house.
A lake house?
Yeah.
Nice. If this is your first time listening, I'm Ian Lara. That's DJ APM.
I'm Ocho Williams.
This is the Adulthood Podcast, the number one health and wellness podcast in the hood. It's Marty, our producer. Marty, why is the mic so low?
Marty Hive is in the building.
It was being hopeful.
Thank you, Marty. What is that? Is that a unicorn coffee?
It is, and it says, "Don't let anyone take your sparkle."
All right. That lets you know what her role on the show, what she brings to the show. Welcome, guys, to all the new listeners. Welcome. If you don't know about us, go listen to all our other episodes.
Bienvenidos.
We have 39 volumes under us. This is shout out to all the adulterers. I was in Miami last week. I did Miami. Shout out to everyone that came out to the show.
305.
We had some dope shows.
Nice.
Bunch of people coming up to me saying they were adulterers.
That's fire.
Yeah, I had people on had a lady on my flight tell me that she was an adulterer, older white lady with kids. So it's nice to know that we're spread across all demos.
We're big in that demo.
Yeah, sometimes
You know that,
people
right?
think we're just like one thing, but we're not.
I mean, when it comes to health and wellness, I think that applies to everybody.
Yeah, we got bad advice for all groups. It's not specific to one.
That's a t-shirt.
Bad advice for all
That's
groups.
definitely a t-shirt.
So tell me about your trip, man.
Man, it was great. I actually didn't know that you have to take a ferry from Plattsburgh, New York to Vermont.
A ferry?
Yeah, like with your car. Like they put
Oh,
your
you
car.
put the car on?
Yeah, they put the car in the boat.
Damn.
Yeah, no bridges over there, player.
I did that one time in Vancouver, the drive-in. How long is that ferry?
It's only like 10 minutes. It was quick.
Oh, that's a quick one.
It was a quick one. A quick one.
What part of Vermont is that?
I think we were like next to Colchester or something like that. I don't remember specifically. I just remember like, oh, okay. Like when you leave New York City, the 5 boroughs, you realize that the rest of the world is just, or the rest of the United States is middle America.
Yes.
Yeah. So like it doesn't matter if you're in the Northeast or if you're like in the 305. Once you leave one of the major cities, it's middle America.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. Marty, you were in Vermont too?
I was in Burlington.
You was in VT? It was next to Burlington's next to Colchester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you do up there?
I hung out with my cousins, and I went to the Vermont Flannel Company, and it's a store where they sell flannel everything.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Did you buy anything?
Yeah, I got this scrunchie.
That's
Is
what
it
you
a
bought
flannel
at the
scrunchie?
flannel
Flannel
store?
scrunchie.
Do they have flannel do-rags?
No.
So it's not flannel.
Burlington,
they
Vermont.
don't have Burlington, Vermont should have. You should DM them.
Yeah.
The
I will.
Burlington Flannel
Actually,
Company.
I will.
You
Because I
should.
feel like there's, we cater to every demographic. So if the flannel store in Vermont they need to cater to every demographic.
That makes sense.
How long were you there for?
Like 10 days, I think.
10 days?
Yeah.
Oh, you were gone the whole
you
time.
went.
Yeah.
What'd you do New Year's Eve? Did you do anything?
No. I just did like a chill inside vibe. Because didn't you tell everybody last week that New Year's Eve is the most overrated holiday? And
Yeah, it is.
It's for amateurs.
It
is. Yeah.
You shouldn't do anything.
It
for
is.
it.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. I worked. I did 9 shows on New Year's Eve here in New York. I worked. I was done by like 11:55, and then I went home.
That sounds
it.
incredible.
Yeah, that was it. That was
Did
it.
you do some more cooking? We know that you've been on a cooking spree.
No, I took it. I took a cooking break. I feel like everybody is just sick.
Oh yeah,
everybody and people gotten re-sick. Have you got re-sick? You were sick.
I think there's a new there's a new release of COVID.
Yeah,
they put out the 2024 version.
RSV, and
What's
I think
that?
a strand of herpes going around. It's a lot of different. People are just
There's a new
coming
herp
down
out?
with stuff. I think so. I think I read something about that. It's just a lot. Everyone is just sick, and then I was sick. I don't want to get sick again. So
I'm staying away. That's why I have this illustrious blanket over here that Marty just knitted. I want to say 15 minutes ago, and I'm trying to stay warm. And of course, like everything else, it's not available for sale.
no, you can't get this.
You can't get this nowhere.
Have
I'm
you-
blocking the pillow?
Have you been sick?
I got sick. Yeah, I got sick. I think like the last week of December.
So last week.
Yes.
So,
actually, 2 weeks ago. Actually,
but what'd you have? Like a
no, I just
cold?
had like a cold.
A
Yeah,
cold,
yeah.
but that cough didn't stick around because everyone got a cough.
No, I stay away from coughers, but I definitely got a cold, and like most men, it's basically the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah, men are not meant to be sick.
We're not.
Women are good at sick
They're good at everything.
because women are generally sick.
Yeah.
Like generally, they walk around with like discomfort, so they're very comfortable with discomfort.
they have high pain tolerance.
Yeah, there's always
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
a cramp, a
Yeah.
headache.
Yeah.
They're nauseous, they're
Yeah.
dizzy,
Yeah,
they don't know.
something. Yeah.
So when they get
Lightheaded.
sick, they're like, "Oh, this is fine."
I'm used to this.
Yeah.
Motion sickness.
Yeah,
versus-
women spend like 10 days a month just feeling terrible.
It's and you know who attacks them? Themselves. That's the craziest part.
Yeah, I applaud. Why are you looking at? This is a shout out to women. Marty's giving us a dirty look. I'm shouting them out. This isn't slander. Women are very good at pain.
Yeah, high pain tolerance.
Most of they spend a lot of their time in pain.
under attack by their own body.
They spend 1/4 of the month in pain, so that's 1/4 of the year
if you
in pain and discomfort.
if you carry
Plus
the one.
all the other random stuff.
Yeah.
You have random stuff too.
Yeah.
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 Men, we don't have that.
Give me a cold. And
Yeah. So when we feel bad, it's a lot
It's 10 times worse.
because we're generally fine.
It's not a part of our operating system.
Like I haven't had a cramp. I don't remember the last time I had a cramp.
Like a sports cramp?
Any cramp.
Huh.
That's not a masculine trait
But here's the thing.
unless you play sports.
You are a philosopher because you bring up a good point. Because when I played sports back in the day, when I would get a cramp, forget about it. I needed to go to the emergency room.
Sure, but that's a sports injury.
Oh, that's true.
Women that have a cramp at like breakfast.
And deal with it.
Yeah, and they're just like, "Oh, I got cramps." And you're like, "Do you play sports?" They're like, "No." So
If we got one of those period simulator machines, would you do an episode?
I would
hooked
do
up
it.
To it?
I would do it for sure, but I will honestly say that there's no way those are accurate.
I don't think they are accurate, but I think that they probably can mimic something similar. Like not the same type of pain, because I don't think it's probably the same like feeling necessarily.
Intensity?
Yeah, an intensity. But I feel like just the concept of that kind of level of pain and functioning.
I would definitely do it, but I've seen those videos where they put the machine on a guy and they turn it up to like 1 and the guy's like passed out on the floor.
That would
and
be
there's
me.
no way women are dealing with that.
But here's my thing.
It's impossible.
Here's my thing. And this might be TMI, but like women, I think, have babies, right?
Some of them. I think
And-
that's offensive. You can't.
Have you ever been constipated before?
No.
And it's not a good thing. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know. Like I've been constipated a couple of times, and it's just like after whatever is done, I curl up into the fetal position. And it's just like I call my mom and I tell her to hold me. So I don't know how. I'm probably going to be the guy that's on the floor on level 1 with the cramp machine.
Sure. I mean, I will be too. I'm not saying that I could withhold that pain,
Mhm.
but I don't think that's what women feel every single time of the month. That pain. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna speak for all women here when I say that I don't think that period pains are as bad as they advertise. But I don't think they're good.
Oh wait, period pain machines.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
machines.
the machines.
Yeah.
Not the actual periods.
Yeah.
Not like nature's periods. Like
Yeah.
artificial period, man-made
okay.
periods. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But back to the sick thing. You guys are just more equipped to be sick. Yeah. So
Can you say you guys?
I don't mean to misgender women, but I don't even know what the word is.
Y'all?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, y'all.
y'all,
They
it's corrupted
they
too.
tend-
They took days.
they tend to be good with pain.
All right.
This is, first of all, I don't want this to get edited into a diss. This is supposed to be a this is supposed to be a big up
We're shouting y'all out.
to the ladies. This is
Yeah.
a shout out
Shout out.
to how you carry yourselves.
Because y'all are the stronger ones.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that, but I think they could take cramps better than men.
I think that's a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Women be cramping.
That's definitely a t-shirt. That might be our campaign for 2024.
I don't think anyone could debate that.
Are you still running for president?
I'm thinking about it.
'Cause women be
I got
cramping?
busy. Women be cramping. No one could debate that.
We'll
Right?
We'll
No.
do big in some states.
That's not
debatable.
We have an intern here.
Hey, what's up,
She's,
intern?
She's not used to what we do here.
Nah, it's all right.
She's gonna
She got thrown into the fire.
she's gonna
It's
write
all right.
a Yelp review
And then like all your
to the
friends.
Better Business Bureau.
Marty, do you tell your friends that you work on this show?
My close ones.
And
No.
do they listen and do they love it?
Nobody. Actually, yes. One of my close friends listens.
Give her a shout out.
Yeah.
Yes,
Shout
Lillian
out.
listens.
What's up,
Although I
close
don't
friend?
know if she still listens. So Lillian, if you do still listen, because you tell me you still listen, you
Yeah.
should text me.
When you hear this,
Yeah. You should text me when you hear this.
Yeah.
That you like what my unicorn mug says. And tell me
Where,
what it
where's
says.
where's she from?
Lillian? She's from Boston.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Lillian. I hope you're still listening.
Shout
And
out.
If you're not listening, you're dead to us.
No, you're not. I love you. I'm gonna see
You're
you in a
dead to
couple
me,
weeks.
Lillian.
Shout out
You're not a person if you're not listening.
as I take a sip of this illustrious tea.
Yeah. So I was I've been they put a mask mandate back.
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, like in they announced it today, like in public spaces, like
Really?
city places, you got to wear masks. Yeah. Apparently, COVID is thriving, and everyone
It's
is
back?
coughing. Yeah, yeah. So make sure you guys take your meds.
I had an event actually rescheduled
Oh,
because
please.
of this COVID stuff.
Really?
This relaunch or rebrand. Yeah.
What event? What was the event?
It was a corporate event, and they were like, "Yeah, COVID's back, so we got to reschedule." I'm like, "Damn, sorry."
Oh, I thought we were done with this.
I thought so too. Isn't it 2024?
Yeah. Imagine COVID came back like 2020. Would you be mad at that?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I could use a break.
You wouldn't even get a break. You just get me on Riverside being like, Ian, turn your camera on.
If it wasn't the deaths, I could do without the deaths.
Yeah, the dying was trash,
But everything else was pretty nice.
especially like what the first like 8 weeks.
And everyone was rich. Now they're in prison.
Only
but
do you think that
now the people are in prison who were rich, but that was nice.
You know, I think as I enter my old ageness, do you think that they're just re-releasing COVID so OnlyFans, like people on OnlyFans, can make more money? Because it started going down.
What did?
OnlyFans revenue?
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I'm not tapped in. I'm gonna have to call my people down at OnlyFans.
Call them.
and see. But that is one conspiracy theory. COVID was released to re-released to raise the
OnlyFans.
The
They got to start
following
making
on
this bread.
OnlyFans.
Yeah. You're welcome.
There's people that listen to this that are gonna be like, yep, that's it.
He's onto
The conspiracy theories lovers.
They're onto something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Was it hot in Miami?
Yeah, it was like 70 degrees. It was really nice. You know what? People told me that play, like people hated it. Like I spoke to comics about it and they were like, it's terrible. Everyone's so drunk and it's bad. And then I did it and it was great. I think I'm getting a good. I think the people who come out, especially the people who listen to the podcast, I think I'm getting a good group of people. Like the clubs are telling me that like my audience is good. Like they're quiet, they don't talk, they order and they tip well, which that's a mark of a good audience.
Speaking about tipping though, do you tip people like at the grocery store?
For what?
Just for being there?
Like somebody stocking the stuff?
No, like you know when you check out now, they ask you if you want to tip.
Oh, like a barista?
Yeah.
I tip a barista if she's attractive.
Standards.
I'll give you 15% for the work you put in.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. Test me.
So
Bring an
mean.
attractive barista in, I will give her $2. I think there's men listening to this. I know this might sound crazy to you, Marty, but I think there's men listening to this that are like, yeah, me too. I'm going to speak for all men and say that 90% of the time, they all do it. Every time.
I can't even begin. I can't.
If you are attractive and or very polite,
you're getting this 15%.
I'll give you a tip.
You're getting this 15%.
If you're a mean uggo,
oh,
0.
I might just walk out the store.
0. I might steal the coffee.
I might steal this coffee.
Because I got to look at this in the morning.
Yeah. The first thing.
You're so mean.
New year, new me. I'm mean Ian now, Marty. This is who I am. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
You weren't nice before.
Well, you're gonna wish I was that. You're gonna wish it was 2020. Yeah, 2023. Because I'm no longer holding back.
2023
This year, I'm telling it how it is.
Well, okay.
If you're a barista and you're not getting tipped, take a look at yourself in the mirror. No, I'm kidding. But I do tip the pretty ones. I was serious about that.
You know what? I like that. I think the T in 2024 stands for truth.
Yeah.
And we're going to be spilling a lot of truth this year.
Johan, you're a man. You've never tipped a woman for being pretty?
I can't recall specifically like a time.
Are you a politician?
Unconsciously, you probably do.
Yes. You telling me if you go to let's say, I don't want to give anybody a shout out without pay, but let's say something that rhymes with Warbucks. And the barista is a beautiful lady and she rings up your coffee and she's like, hey, handsome, you're having nice good morning. I hope enjoy. I don't know what pretty women say. I don't listen. And then the thing comes up and it's like, swipe your card, enter a tip. You're not going to tip the at least the 10%. What man is not putting in the 10%?
It's not that you're not tipping. Like, it's fine that you tip people that are pretty, but you shouldn't tip people because they're pretty. Because you should tip everyone.
For
I'm not tipping dudes.
No, that's borderline.
I'm not tipping dudes.
Homoerotic.
I'm not tipping dudes.
Yeah,
he's gonna think
trust,
I don't trust.
He's gonna
men.
think, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I think that like in 2024, I'm gonna come out as a feminist. I don't trust men. I don't trust dude baristas. Like they have no kind of.
I don't give men money.
No,
all my money goes to women.
I refuse.
Who are pretty.
Yeah, I believe that.
Guys, I'm kidding.
So did we put the disclaimer in front?
Yeah, this is a comedy podcast.
We didn't put the disclaimer in front.
We lost our intern. She's emailing HR.
Yep, like
what did you guys sign up
day,
for this? I did not sign up for this.
These two assholes on the couch.
All right, but even like obviously this is a comedy podcast. We do joke, but there's always seriousness to it. And if you're a guy listening to this and you telling me that you go to a Starbucks and there's a pretty girl behind the counter that all she does is enter it into the counter, she doesn't even pour the coffee and hand it to you, you're not tipping her. I think you're lying. I think you're not being honest.
But how many let me stop.
Pretty Starbucks girls. Sometimes, every once in a while, you go to a Starbucks and there's like a girl behind the counter where you're like, "What are you doing here?
What the fuck are you
doing?" Especially when you're out of New York. In
Yeah.
New York, you won't because a model agent will walk in and get her out of there. But like if you're like in the middle of like Vermont, they don't know any better.
Arkansas.
They don't know what's out there.
That's true.
They think it's all like maple syrup and what else do they do? What do they do? Flannel stores.
Flannel.
Yeah, they don't know what the outside world.
And you can't even get a decent flannel do-rag.
Yeah, shout out to our listeners in Vermont. But what about women? Like, Marty, you're telling me, first of all, when you go to Starbucks, you tip every time?
Yeah.
They're not doing anything.
You really do?
Yeah.
But they're not doing anything.
On the machine thing?
Yeah.
You
Well,
tip the 10%?
I kind of figure that most likely you tipping somebody at most cafes isn't you tipping the person.
It gets split.
It gets split.
Yes.
So it's like you're tipping the person who made your coffee. So.
But by make your coffee, you mean their job.
Okay.
And also Starbucks, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Starbucks is one of those companies that also pays well.
I think define pays well.
I think they make like 16 an hour or something like that.
Yeah, but that's still not well in New York. Like I'll always tip here because it's really like obviously expensive to live here and like a lot of people live off tips.
It's expensive to
But they
breathe
don't.
in
People
New
who
York.
live off tips 100%. I think you should. I tip every time especially for people who live off tips. I tip every time. But I'm saying some jobs don't live off tips.
I think also at Warbucks, it depends on your drink selection too.
Yeah, I get a black coffee.
Same. You know, can I get the peak and I'm out? Or what is it, peak pike? Can I get the pike or the black roast, dark roast, and then I'm out?
I'm not black coffee.
I'm not getting a half calf, triple calf, decaf, calf with an extra calf and sugar and shit. No, I'm not getting that. So,
one time I was at a Starbucks. I was like checking out a hotel and they had a Starbucks in the lobby.
Smart.
And it was like one guy like behind the counter and I was waiting.
Were you conflicted?
I was waiting. I guess somebody made like an online order. So it was just me and another guy online. But the guy is making like the online order. But the online order was like 10 mocha macchiatos, extra whipped cream on the lid,
Half-calf.
one ice, like, you know, made by
Warm
a
ice.
black person. It was like a lot of specific asks.
Arabica beans.
So he's like running around. I swear I was standing, like I was at the front of the line because it's just him. He made like 6 of them. I was at the front of the line for like 10 minutes. And there was like one white guy behind me. And at one point he was like, this is ridiculous. And I was like, I just want a black coffee. Like he could just get rid of me just by pouring a black coffee into the thing and I'll just leave. I'll leave the money. I'll pay more. I just want to go. And the guy was like, yeah, me too. I just want a black coffee. And the guy was like, behind the counter, he was like, it's the rules.
Sorry, dude.
So did he get a tip? No. And he was
a
ugly.
guy. I have a question.
Yeah, please.
You bring up a great topic though. How do you feel about like commiserating in lines? Like when people just bring their stuff onto you? Like do you engage in those conversations?
It depends on the mood and it depends how I feel. I have a double opinion on it because there's been times when I've been online and I try to commiserate with people and they don't give it back. And then I'm the asshole where I'm like, did you believe this? And they're like, man, she's just doing her job. And I'm like, all right, well, I thought we were on the same team here.
They turn it on you.
Yeah. They're like, you could be patient. I'm like, shut the fuck up. How do you feel about it?
I am not a co-commiserator. I actually feel like offended.
Look, I don't want to talk to you.
Yes.
So unless you're a fan of the Adulthood podcast or me, or you think I'm attractive, or you like what I'm wearing, or you want my phone number, or you want anything like that, then okay. But
shout out Johan.
Other than that, I don't want to make small talk with you.
No, I'm not a big small talk guy.
But so if you tell me like, hey, the snow coming, and I'll be like, hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, yeah. Or how about did you watch the game last night? Like, no, I didn't. Actually.
Sometimes you be wearing a team's hat, and they'll just be like, yeah. So
speaking about that, I feel like people don't really like understand fashion. So you can wear a team hat and not support the team, you know, and they want you, like, you're wearing a team hat and they want you to know basically the whole team's history. Like, did you know when it was founded? Yeah. That the owner, it was just like, the hat matched my shoelaces, bro. Yeah. Like,
I generally don't do that, but that is a thing. But I'm just such a hard New York fan that I generally only wear
New York
apparel. Teams fans, team hats.
Okay,
but people you just wear it to match. It's just matches a style, and some hats are like classic for some teams, like Chicago White Sox, or, Boston and Yankees, Dodgers.
Some people take sports a little too seriously.
Yeah.
You know, like I was out a couple of weeks ago running around doing my thing, ripping and running, and I was wearing a Mets hat because it matched my outfit. Sure. And it's blue and orange. And I feel like you could support any New York team, you know? I'm in New York, I'll wear a Mets hat. Doesn't mean that okay, 86 Mets, whatever. Like, I almost had to tell this lady, shut the fuck up. She was like, oh, the Mets, I can't believe you, Yankees. It's just like, really?
Was she ugly?
I'm in a relationship, so I just tune off facials. Yeah. It's just like looking at a blank face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marty, I don't like the looks you're giving me.
She's like throwing mad looks while she's threatening. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like Alaskan threat for I'm gonna do something to him, but I'm concerned.
Why is ugly a bad thing?
It's not nice to call someone ugly, and it's your perception of whether they're pretty. Because everyone is pretty. Don't argue with me on that.
No,
Everyone is
I agree, but
pretty.
also I'm also like I like ugly. I think you don't like ugly.
Whoa.
So you don't want me to say ugly, but
you?
I say ugly as a fan.
It's getting hot in here.
I say like, hey, you're ugly, but I'm into it.
Oh.
I'm not gonna tip you, but I'm into it.
I don't agree.
I think you should judge people by their character,
You
not by their
should.
looks.
But you shouldn't insult them.
So if you're ugly or not, I'm cool with it.
You know what? Okay,
Are
I'll take that.
Are you a nice person?
Okay.
That's how I judge you.
Are you?
Unless you're a Starbucks barista, then it's just looks.
What if you said everybody's pretty, but what if they're pretty on the outside and ugly on the inside?
Oh, that's the worst.
I think pretty is on the inside. I'll rephrase.
I
That's
agree.
a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's a t-shirt. I
Pretty's
got
on
you.
the inside.
Pretty's
There
on
you
the
go.
inside.
Pretty's on
and then
the
we
inside.
could put like a
A
uterus.
unicorn. Oh.
We
We went two different ways.
Yeah, we
with
weren't on the
use.
same page. Yeah, I thought we would be on the same page on that.
Sorry.
Speaking of uteruses, I'm wearing pink. Shout out to women.
Oh,
It's National Women's Month.
is it January?
No, I just made that up.
Oh, I was about to say they got
I
the
feel like
the
every
coldest month.
I feel like they get a month every month.
I think it's March.
Is
It's
it
March.
March?
It's
When's
March.
Natural One? You don't even know.
No, I don't think it exists.
You didn't
No,
get the emails.
Women's Month exists.
It definitely exists. It's. I think it's in March.
I think, is it in March?
Yeah.
I'm Googling.
I'm dressed gender new. There's like a gender neutral gender reveal
Mm-hmm.
where you're going for like
You dress like
pink and blue.
like a neutral baby's room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it is March.
Come on now.
There you go. Marty, you know the least amount of stuff about women that I've ever came across. I don't understand. You're our woman's perspective on the podcast.
You're supposed to be the voice of women,
And yeah, you're the voice of women.
and you don't know.
And you know less than me.
It's really hard being. Okay, I have to think about a lot of things.
It's hard. I know. And then you're in pain. I know. I know the things. You're in pain. I get it.
It's a month dedicated to honoring women's contributions to U.S. history. Oh, It's Women's History Month.
What history do they?
What?
No, like I didn't mean that. I meant like what specific history do like could you think of?
Probably like.
You couldn't even think of one invention a woman made, Marty.
I can think of a million.
Think of one.
Okay, the traffic light.
Don't look it up.
I'm not looking it up.
So why are you looking into your phone as you say it?
Because I'm looking at.
Put your phone down.
down.
Put your phone down and tell me your top 3 women inventions.
Okay.
Don't look. Put your phone down. Top 3 women inventions. Go.
You're so mean to me. Okay. Women invented pads.
Is that true?
Yeah, women invented pads with the little wings that go around them.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a woman's invention.
Mm.
All right, that's one.
Women invented. You know what? I can think of more than 3.
All right.
Skims.
Mm.
Skims?
Yeah, Kim
Like Kim Kardashian? That's not an invention. That's a clothing brand. This is
not.
where we
It's an
are. This is the problem in society. When we're talking about women's history, she brought up Kim Kardashian to a underwear brand.
I also named pads.
All right, what are the other 3?
Skims and pads.
No, Skims doesn't count.
Oh, are we
That's
taking
just a
Skims
clothing
out?
brand.
Okay.
Skims does count.
I'm talking about contributions to society.
Like the traffic light.
That doesn't.
Traffic light?
We took that out. I
took
wanted
that out?
3 more.
We took the like.
So we're
okay.
still at pads.
Okay, contributions to society. Well, not a lot of people listened to women for like a long time, so I'm sure I can think of more than 3. But you took my phone away.
There you have it, people.
No,
There you have it, people.
Give
The
me
the
a
voice of the female gender. I don't know if you could say that.
No, you can't. You
Cannot think of 3
Can we block out?
contributions to society.
No, I can think of 3 contributions to society. Okay, women came up with why can't I just think of like airplanes? They didn't come up with airplanes. They didn't come up
Airplanes?
with cars. Yes,
No,
I'm crossing
cars.
things off the list of things you would consider a contribution to society.
No, I think they came up with an air conditioner.
Really?
I think
That's
so.
like I don't know what random mechanical things women came up with. Like that doesn't mean that I have
An air conditioner is not a random mechanical thing.
That's
That's a thing
very-
that everyone use. We have one right above us.
and
It's
it's
a very,
very important.
Very
Saying
important.
It is a random mechanical thing. It makes it cold in here.
That's very important.
that's very important.
No.
Listen, you're trying to diminish
Women-
women's contributions to society. I'm not. I support them.
Try to lift.
Yeah, completely. I'm trying to lift them up this whole episode. I've been trying to shout out all the women listeners. There's a ton of them. I'm trying to shout you guys out. And our person for you here is trying to diminish it. I
Turn
don't
y'all
get it.
down. Damn.
I don't get it.
Can you name 3 contributions that women came
Yes.
up with to society?
Yes.
Okay.
Traffic light pads and air conditioning. Next question. Did women come up with the air conditioner? Let me. That
Google?
seems too good to be
You
true. I
gonna
don't think they
Google?
did because they're always hot. That's why I think they
I know.
they came up with it.
What's the movie? The one about space? I think women came up with the algorithm that helped them get to the to the moon or
But
something
how
like
is
that.
that?
No, it was a man.
contributing to society? No, it wasn't. They made a movie about it.
What was it? What's the name of the movie? With Pharrell?
Hidden Figures.
Hidden Figures.
No,
yeah.
it was the dude that came up with the traffic
Yeah.
light.
Oh,
Oh, was it?
retract.
Oh my God, you're gonna get killed on this episode,
man,
Marty.
what are you doing?
What?
You're such a chauvinist.
Hold on, I'm googling it.
Oh,
Yo.
I have some good ones.
Johan, you googling over there?
I have some good ones.
What's up?
It says women invented the computer. That can't be true. That's completely inaccurate. Women, all right, the medical syringe,
Okay.
windshield wiper,
Oh, important.
life raft,
Very important.
bulletproof fiber.
Oh, I thought you said bulletproof vest.
Women came up with modern feeding tubes.
Yeah, that's not important.
Guess
They came up with what is this?
Harry
the
Potter.
word processor, which is basically the first computer.
And Harry Potter.
Shout out to women inventors for changing the world. I
Literally.
stand by you. I don't care what Marty says.
Oh my god.
You guys are champion and you matter to us.
J.K. Rowling changed the world. That's one of the things that I did during my holiday break.
Women did come up with the computer algorithms.
See?
Ada Lovelace.
Shout out to Ada.
In the year, guess the year.
1839.
We weren't legal as people.
Mm.
Let's see if you know your history, Marty.
It was probably just 10 years before we landed on the moon. So I would say
59?
no, that was like the 50s.
The
so I'd say
50s.
the 40s or the 30s. I'd say
19,
40s, 40s.
1940s?
Yeah, I'd say
You think
40s.
black people weren't legal in 1940?
I didn't go off of when black people were legal.
Marty,
and
we
I
need
went
to we need to
off of-
turn this into a history podcast.
Oh my god.
My dad was born in 1940. You think my dad was a slave?
I didn't go off of that. I went off of when I thought the
No,
first computer
Marty.
was invented.
No.
Okay,
The-
1812.
1843.
Great.
Oh.
That's when the computer. Oh, a woman invented the dishwasher
Yes. I have the same list you're
That's,
looking at right now.
Okay.
in 1872.
Genius.
That's
Game
the
changer.
the first Monopoly game. And bulletproof fiber,
That's so important.
which led to the bulletproof vest.
Yep. Shout out to 50 Cent.
Women are just smart, man. They're just
Yeah.
good, smart people that just contribute.
Yeah.
I think that's the point of this episode.
That's a t-shirt.
Yeah. We could just say women are just smart, man. They just list them all. They're just smart, good people who contribute. No.
Big shout out to all of our women adulterers out there.
Okay, great.
That's sorry, Marty. I didn't mean to.
You're
Test-
so mean to me for no reason.
I didn't mean to test your knowledge on your gender. Next time,
okay.
I'll give you a heads up.
No,
So-
you won't.
so you
That's a
can-
lie.
So you can be prepared.
Yeah, so you can be prepared. No, because you try to make me. You try to make me as the bad guy.
I never try to make you as a bad guy. I just give you looks when you say bad things.
Yeah,
Oh.
I support women. I have. This is a blue pussy hat. It looks like the tip of a condom, though. You got to be watching this
Yeah.
to know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, make sure you watch us on YouTube.
Our YouTube is growing.
Yeah. And big shout out to everybody that listens on Spotify, on all of the platforms that we're on, you know. Big shout out to my man Brandon. Brandon always checks in on Monday morning when we drop like, yo, I'm tuned in. Appreciate you, brother.
If you don't listen to this podcast at this point, I don't know what you're doing. I don't get it. We've done all the things right. We give women shout outs, we big them up and tear them down. Do the same with men. Big them up, tear them down. Let's talk some shit about men.
It's unilateral. Men are gross.
Men are gross.
Yeah. And dudes are annoying. Drunk dudes. Do you get a lot of drunk dudes at your show and it's just like, I want to punch you in the face?
To be honest, no. I mostly get drunk ladies.
Are they trying to like sexually harass you?
Yeah, I think a drunk dude is probably better because you could just be mean to them and just
yeah, you
throw them out.
You have the right to just
yeah,
that's true.
But with the ladies, you got to treat them. You got to treat them with care. Which brings us to our topic today. Is that
that's
what
a
is that?
segue.
Is that a grape?
That's definitely a grape.
You have grapes falling out your pocket?
It's a crystal?
Why is it on the floor?
Is that your crystal?
I thought you surrounded.
What is it? What kind of crystal is it?
It's carnelian.
Oh, okay.
Cornelian?
I think I got some kind of this is like jade or something. This is rose something.
What does that crystal do?
It's supposed to like bring you luck.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Got you on this podcast. It's working
Yeah.
for you.
See?
Yeah,
Look.
obviously.
It's working for you.
There you go. Did we sage in here before we came in here?
No, that's why the vibe is weird. We didn't sage.
The last people who recorded in here was you two, so if the vibe is weird, it's
It was
your
us?
fault. Yeah.
Oh, we're the
Oh.
first people back?
Yeah.
I thought you
Alright.
said YouTube. I was like, wait, Bono was in here?
Our topic for today, coming off the holiday season, is dealing with a drunk partner. Some people, I know there's a lot of people who listen to the podcast who are sober. They don't drink.
Shout out Karen.
Some people are sober. Some people just choose not to drink. Some people are not big drinkers. I feel like the older I get, I meet more people who are not drinkers. They just don't drink. And some people just like to have a casual drink. That's like me.
Like a wine?
But, yeah, but
Spritzer?
everybody, I feel like if you do drink, everybody goes down that path where they might get a little too drunk. And, I think when you have a partner, I think sometimes, because I was discussing this over dinner recently with a friend of mine, sometimes it becomes their job to like take care of you when you're drunk. And there's etiquette to that.
There is.
As
There definitely
there's
is.
etiquette to anything.
There definitely is.
Marty, you ever had to take care of a drunk person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone has.
Have you ever had to be the drunk person who needed taken care of?
Yes.
How's that? How are you drunk?
You
Am
seem
I
fun.
drunk?
You're probably fun.
Yeah. I get happy.
You're a happy
Yeah.
I
drunk?
get happy and I get flirty.
Flirty?
Ooh.
You'd be like, oh, what are you? What is that? Is that a
No, I
phone in
think-
your pocket or are you
I-
just happy to see me?
No, not that. Not that. I get happy and I think just very happy. Just happy everyone's alive.
That's almost worse
Huh?
than an angry.
That's what I was gonna
The
say.
happy everyone's alive person. Everything's great. We're just great. We're just living the time of our lives. We're alive in this universe, this ball that's just flowing through space, and we're just having a good time.
So
Is that what you do?
yeah, that
Yeah,
is
that's
what
good.
like.
Yeah.
That's why whenever anyone drinks here, I'm always like, it's okay.
Yeah. Could you be with somebody, or have you been with somebody who has like maybe drinks too much,
A drinking
a
problem?
drinking problem, or
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. I just think that like it just depends, because if they're a happy drunk and they drink too much, it's just like, oh, all right, there they go being happy again. But if they're like an angry drunk and then, it's domestic violence, it's just like, oh, I gotta get out of this situation.
But you're like a healthy person.
Who?
Yeah, you. Like you work out and do shit.
That's
So-
because I'm running away from diabetes. I'm serious. I've told you the T in 2024 is for the truth. It's hereditary, so like if I don't, it's gonna be bad. But I'm sorry to cut your wisdom. Please
Well,
expound.
Oh no! Well, you knew exactly what to do for a half marathon, so you like. So I feel like it would be hard for you to date somebody that drinks a lot because you probably have to like function during the day.
No, that's very true. And then another thing too is just like I just can't deal with like drunk, obnoxious people just because that's a part of my job as a DJ. You know, you got drunk people all in your face talking about, can you play Bad Bunny? And it's just like, And then drunk people have, especially when you DJ at brunch, drunk people who like avocado toast or any kind of like wild, extravagant meals with their bottomless champagne. It's just like, it turns you off from obnoxiously drunk people.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever dated. I've dated somebody. I've dated people who have been drunk, and I had to take care of them before. Like
That happens
a couple times, but never where I was like, "This is a problem."
Did I tell you? I mean, I got fucked up a couple weeks ago. My lady had to come pick. I couldn't even drive.
Yeah,
But it was a sneak attack. I didn't eat. I set myself up. I didn't eat. I think I worked the night before, and then I was DJing brunch the next day. And you know, one of the worst things about having friends in the industry is that, especially bartenders, they always want to overpour you.
Yeah,
and not only do they want to overpour you, but they all want to overpour you with the most expensive, highest, alcohol volume drink. So that wasn't a good mix. So I'm drinking 1942 and what's the other one? Class A Azul. And my dumb ass, I'm drinking it on the rocks. So next thing you know, it's just like after my set, thank goodness I'm enough of a professional to like still be able to DJ. But after the set, it was just like,
yeah.
And then I'm like, baby, come pick me up.
Did you drive? You didn't drive?
No. She came and picked me up.
I'm saying you didn't drive to the venue?
No, I drove to the venue, got wasted, and then I couldn't drive home.
And so was she had the Uber to you?
Yeah, I was the drunk partner.
Oh, and she was completely sober.
Completely sober.
So she was mad?
Wait, what's today? I think she's still mad.
Yeah, no, to get somebody out of bed to come pick you up. That's
love.
Yeah. Yeah, that's wild. But I think that's what a partner's for, right? It's to pick you up drunk from the club. If not that, then what are we doing this for?
What did we sign this paperwork?
I don't
for?
think I ever had to be. I don't think I ever had to be never in a relationship. I never got like super drunk like that. Or if I did, we both did. I never did by myself. I've gotten super drunk with like my friends where they had to like take care of me. But never with a partner. I've had to take care of girls a couple times. I told a story when I went on a date. First date, girl got too drunk, passed out in the club. I had to carry her out. Didn't know where to take her. Carry her past the cops to my car. She was too drunk to give me her address. I had to take her to my house. She threw up in my bathroom, and I told that story. Yeah, that was a wild one. We dated for like 4 months.
That sounds
You did
great.
tell that story.
Yeah.
I had to actually take care of one of my former coworkers, and this was probably the funniest story to me, at least.
Please tell it.
It was years ago, and it was like right before a holiday weekend. So we were working, and every holiday weekend, I think it was Labor Day weekend. Every like holiday weekend, if the holiday was on a Monday to Friday, they would let us out early, like around noon or 2 o'clock. Our dumbasses, we were like, you know what? We're going to the bar because we got out early. So we went to the bar that's across the street from the job. And you know when you know somebody's baseline, and then you know like, oh, this person is wasted, and like it's either a gradual progression or it's just a hard cliff. Like they go from being normal to
I hate the cliff people.
He was a cliffer.
I need a progression.
There was no progression.
I don't like
this time.
sober to completely wasted.
It was. Woof.
I need you to climb like an elliptical so I can know when to stop you.
Yeah,
but if you don't, then I don't know when to stop.
This
you.
was no elliptical. This is I'm going for it. But the thing is too is like
people like that are problematic.
But the thing is, if a sneak attacks you, that's like the sneak attack when you don't eat, and then the next thing you know, this is the cliff, and then doom, right? So we're sitting there, we're ordering drinks, and then I just know like how he speaks, and he's speaking a little bit like
you getting loud.
It get loud, get like super flirtatious. You want to talk about flirtatious, very flirtatious with not the most aesthetically pleasing person. So I'm like, oh, okay, like he's wasted.
Oh, with an uggo.
Yeah.
Been there.
So I'm like, I had to DJ that night. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. And I couldn't leave him by himself. He lived in Jersey. I'm like, yo, I gotta at least get him to Penn Station? I gotta get him at least to Penn Station. So we jump in the yellow cab. This is even before Uber. This is how long ago this is. We jump in the yellow
80s.
cab and like he's talking crazy about everybody in the company. I'm like, all right, I gotta take him like home. I can't leave him by himself. He ends up falling.
So you saw the cab, we're going to Jersey?
No, I told the cab that we're going to Penn Station. And
But
then
he was gonna get on the train?
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I jumped on the train with him. I didn't even know how to take the train to Jersey at the time. And then we get there, and like as soon as we get on the train, he's passed out like on the chair, but not like passed out. Like I'm talking about like passed out, like lifeless. So I have to carry him. It's terrible. I have to carry him off the train. He's throwing up. And then like his phone's not working. He has his wallet, so I had to look at his ID to see the address. The address was wrong. He couldn't speak. Long story short, again, this is before Uber, so we had to take a cab from the train station to his apartment where his wife was.
How old is this guy?
He was like 28.
Damn.
Yeah, so we're still, way under 30. Very irresponsible. So like he's lifeless. I'm like carrying him like a sack of potatoes. So finally,
is he a big guy?
No, his little guy. Thank goodness, he was a little person. So finally, we get to his crib, and I knock on the door. His wife. You ever see someone that goes from like a smile because they're happy to like deadpan? And I'm like, oh shit, he's in trouble. So I carry him on. She's just like, leave him on the couch. So I put him on the couch, and then he kind of like comes back to life, and he's just like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Mind you, I'm low key wasted too, but I was sober enough to take him home. So yeah.
Wives don't like a drunk husband.
No, they don't.
I brought a couple of like family members who, when they get too
Shout
drunk,
out.
you bring them home to their wife. They get mad at you.
Yeah,
You're
like, what did you do
"This
to my
wasn't
husband?"
me. I'm sober.
Nope.
Your husband doesn't know how to stop.
Nope, they don't believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever had someone pee on your bed?
Woo. No.
I had that.
Really? Like full blown urine?
Urinate.
Because they were that drunk.
They got too drunk.
Did you have to how does that work?
Look, I know on this podcast I may seem a little rough around the edges. I get that. Okay. I get that I play a little tougher than some of you might like. But if you really get to know me, I am a sincerely, genuinely nice person.
Mm.
And I understand that if you pee on my bed, that is not a choice you made. That is something that happened that was beyond your control.
Can we zoom in? He's having like a vulnerable moment right now.
So I don't hold it against you.
Mm.
Now, I had a girl pee on my bed, and I had
Intentionally?
just got one of those brand new expensive Tempur-Pedic mattresses. And I was very angry at that. But if she's drunk, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? She's drunk. She just peed on your bed. What are you gonna kick her out? It's nothing you could do. You just gotta kind of take it. So she peed on my bed, and then the next morning I cleaned it up too, which I shouldn't have cleaned it up. I should have left it there. So because the next morning after she did it, she didn't believe that she did it because I cleaned it up. And I was like, no. I was like, I'm telling you, I woke up, you peed. I woke up, I cleaned it. And she was like, I didn't pee. Like, I wouldn't do that. And I'm like, you think I'm just some guy that
makes up
you pissing on my bed? I'm like, there's a big thing. And then she was like, and then she got on the defensive, which I get. It's embarrassing. You know? She's like, oh, you're making a big deal. I'm like, I'm making a big deal. You just peed on my Tempur-Pedic. She's like, you're making a big deal about it. I'll just buy you a new mattress. And I'm like, you don't need to buy me a new mattress. Because again, I am a nice guy. Regardless of what you might hear Marty say or comment on the videos, I'm a good person.
You are much nicer than
because I know some guys that would be like, you peed on my bed, get out. Curse you, curse your mother, curse your father. No. If I see your brother, I'm going to spit in his face.
We're going right to silly, whatever.
There's guys like that.
And you're purchasing me a new bed today.
Yeah, there's guys like that.
Like, but the thing is too, is like, we're the adulterers, they know us now. I'm very like particular about my linens and things too. So it's like, these ain't Target sheets that you she just probably pissed on. Like,
Yeah.
this is Egyptian cotton. I got, you know, I can't do less than 500 thread count. So
Yeah.
now you just ruined my whole sheet set.
Now I got like a bed
Cover?
mattress cover,
Mm,
and I keep a bedpan next to my bed.
okay. Smart.
So,
Smart.
so if you need to pee, that won't be happening again.
You have to get like the sheets that they get for kids too, right?
Yeah, that was in my younger days.
Okay. Oh, were you a peer?
Nah, I in my life, I peed the bed when I was a kid, maybe like 3-4 times my whole life, but I wasn't a big bed peer. I've had have you had the vomit? I had the girls vomit.
The vomiter?
Yeah, I had to clean up vomit.
That is.
I'm like nurturing. I'm like a nurse.
But why do they feel like they could push it to the edge?
Because I'm
A
pussy.
nice.
This is why. Women see me.
I wasn't ready.
Women see me and they think if shit went down, I would beat them up. So they take liberties. They're like, I'm gonna vomit on your bed. I'm gonna pee on your bed. What are you gonna do? So this is why I end up in these situations. And they're right, because what am I gonna do? Am I gonna sit there and fight them?
But you
Are
can't.
you gonna fight them? There's nothing you could do.
And that's the thing. They got you by the balls. You can't do nothing.
Right. I had women pee. One girl, she vomited. She just it wasn't on the bed though. She just vomited all over the floor, like all over, like next to the bed. Like she's just sitting there like, I'm holding her head back like some kind of bitch. I'm holding her head back as bro, it was wild.
One of
I'm
my
having PTSD.
One of my good friends, actually, and the reason why we became good friends is because she had gotten wasted one time, and we were hanging out. We were at one of the old spots. Well, it was a group of us. We were at one of the old spots that I used to DJ at. And then after brunch, we went to another spot. So, like, that's the thing. The all day drinking also leads to, you know, the throwing up, the peeing, the vomiting, all of that. So, long story short, she's like beyond white girl wasted. She's like in a different dimension.
Yeah.
My other homeboy who we were with, he's wasted too. So like, I'm basically the chaperone responsible one. So like, I have to take him home. He's just like, yeah, just take the car and go home. So now, and this is the first time like I actually like met this person, my good friend now. And I'm just like, I've seen way too many crime dramas. I've seen way too many things. So I'm like, all right, like I need to make sure that she's 10 times safe. Like, all right, look, I didn't have a phone or nothing. So I'm just like, all right, look, this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go to my apartment. I'm gonna put her on the couch and like make sure she's good. She kind of like starts coming back to life on the way to the crib, but she's like, I want pizza. Like, you know when girls turn demon time?
I know demon time.
I want pizza.
Women are demons.
I need pizza. And that's why I don't need pizza no more.
I had a girl do that with me with cocaine.
Oh wow, she
was
needed cocaine?
demanding cocaine, and I'm like, I don't know where to get it. I don't know nothing about it. And she was like, I need cocaine. I need blow. I'm like, I don't know how to help you. I literally don't know how to. I don't even know where to begin.
So you know when
hit me up if you got it.
You know when Karen did the black scent?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a ledge out and assume that this person, what nationality were they?
The girl that needed cocaine?
Yes.
She was of the white persuasion. One time this girl was she was throwing up. She was really pretty. She was a really, really pretty girl.
Did you tip her?
She was yeah, I not after this. She was throwing up all over, and this, I don't mean to be crass, but she got really drunk. Like sometimes I don't judge. Again,
it happens.
Sometimes you get really drunk. I've been there. We've all been there. I got drunk, threw up all over my friend's couch, passed out naked in his living room, woke up naked in the shower. So I'm in no position to judge anyone for the way they live their life, you know? We've all been there. But this girl got so wasted, started throwing up on the floor, and as she was throwing up, she started farting. Like as she was throwing up
at the same time.
At the same time, bro. I was just like, I don't think this is the life my parents wanted for you.
No,
I don't think my parents came to this country.
This is not what they sacrificed
for.
No.
If they would see this, they would be like, we didn't leave the Dominican Republic for you to be caring for women vomiting and farting all over your bedroom.
Oh,
You've
wow.
told this story like before. That story you told before, and it was painful the first time. Ian.
I told it again? Oh,
Yep,
this- I
it's
didn't
painful
hear
the
that.
second time.
Man, what are you gonna do?
This is the second time for
Sometimes.
everything.
Really? I
know
told
what?
this story before?
Yeah, I sat there. I felt pain the first time.
The farting?
Yep.
No,
Ugh.
I think I told. I think I told the explosive diarrhea one.
No, you definitely told the farting story before because I was sitting there and you told it, and I was like,
What episode? What volume?
What volume? Probably one of the earlier ones.
Yeah,
no, it was in the.
I was keeping that one in the vault.
20s. You weren't keeping it in the vault. You said one of the ones that I did just meet with you as.
So
okay.
our
Yeah.
new listeners, there you go.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
I have a
now
good
it's-
drunk story though.
All right,
I have
let's do it.
another good drunk story.
Do the
This
drunk,
is another
then we'll
one
land
of
it, we'll wrap it
a
up.
personal one. I think I'm like a responsible drunker. So like
Yeah.
shout out to my man Mitch, Money Making Mitch. We used to work together. It's always the people that you work with that you
Yeah,
end up
people that you
overdrinking.
work with are terrible.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Mhm.
But so we had an off day. We ended up going to the place that we were working at. Again, it's the bartender. She was crazy and she just decided like just to make us she made us, I think we called it the bougie Long Island iced tea. So all top shelf liquor that goes into a Long Island iced tea, but
Long
because
Island iced teas should be
a
illegal.
recipe for disaster. Yes.
You
And
shouldn't be allowed to get it.
long story short, he was sober enough to drive home, right? So we're driving home. I'm wasted. Like, I'm almost white girl wasted. No, I'm pretty white girl wasted, but I didn't need blow. And I fell asleep. That's my thing. So whenever I'm really, really drunk, I fall asleep, especially in moving vehicles.
Whenever I'm really drunk, I get horny.
Whoa. Okay. Big shout out to Pink Horsepower. What's up, Cam?
Have you tried that? I got one. They sent me
They
one.
sent you one?
Yeah, they sent me one, but I haven't used it.
I tried it one time.
Is it good?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I'm still in a relationship. So.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
I fell asleep the whole ride home, and then he was like, "Yo, it's time. You here?" I'm like, "What? All right, thanks, bro." Dapped him up. I get out the car. I walk behind the car, and I throw up my life. I look to the left. I look to the right. Make sure none of my neighbors saw me. So, like, I'm not responsible for it. I just walked home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good story. That's just like a
gentleman
it's like
drunker.
a Monday night.
Yeah.
It's a good story. Could you how do you feel about dating somebody who doesn't drink though?
I think that's cool too.
That's because I don't want to get wasted like that. Special occasions, right? Maybe
Yeah.
a birthday celebration. Maybe you get super drunk. Maybe on vacation. I don't want to get wasted, but I like a glass of wine with dinner.
Mm.
It's tough when you don't drink at all, and then you just nothing's worse than you drinking by yourself. Because I think like I'm a positive drunk, but if I'm drinking by myself, like if I'm having a couple glasses of wine and you not drinking, then I think I get mean because I think you're judging me. So I'm like, well, you think you're better than me because you don't drink?
You some kind of big shot
I
or
think you're some
something?
kind of big shot
Boy,
because you don't
boy.
drink. Fuck you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse. We'll,
That's more PTSD.
we'll take that
Can
out
you
in
bleep that
post.
out?
But
Thanks, yo.
But other than that, I think I'm a happy drunk. When you're dealing with it as a person who has been through war and back, pissing, farting,
Vomit. Simultaneous farting.
Yeah, all three of them. All three of them
at the same
together.
time.
When
Yeah.
you're dealing with a drunk partner,
Mm-hmm.
it's important to use compassion.
You have DTSD,
What's that?
drunk traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah. It's important to use compassion. And a lot of people get angry. I've seen this. I've seen partners get angry at the person who's drunk. But right now is not the time to get angry
Not
while
the
they're
time. You got to
while they're
shelf that.
sharting on your floor.
Yeah. Oh,
Wait till after. And then you get mad when they could take it in. Because at the time when they're drunk or under the influence, whatever, they can't rationalize the things you're telling them.
they don't even know where they're at.
No, they don't know where they're at. So you gotta just remain calm. You know what I think it's a good thing? Get video.
Oh yeah,
Because
definitely.
a lot of times people get drunk and
And
then
they
the
don't-
next day they're like, "What do you mean? I didn't take a shit on your floor."
Or I
And
didn't
you're like,
pee on
"Oh
you,
yeah,
man.
well what is this?"
What's this? Exhibit A,
Right.
Your Honor. Right?
And then you can prove it to them.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So go ahead.
I kind of wanted to know. I want to know if you would have had cocaine, if you would have had blow for the girl, like, because I've seen it in the movies where, like, they can't function and
And they come back.
then they come back. Like, would she ever come back to life?
I mean, the people who use cocaine, they were like, you can be on the verge of passing out, do a line, and just bounce back, go back to partying.
Like Flight.
Which I think it's nice. I'm not condoning. I've never done cocaine, but that's a nice treat.
Wake me up.
Yeah,
Okay.
to not be drunk anymore. But then they say that the come down is terrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she said, yeah, she was like, if she would have had, and then the next day she was like, if she would have had cocaine, she would have been good. She just wasn't good because she didn't have cocaine. But don't do drugs, kids.
No, don't,
It's not our
please.
thing.
Nope.
Adulthood tip: don't do drugs.
Pro tip.
Don't pee on strangers' bed.
Nope.
Do not fart on a first date.
While throwing up.
Yeah, and don't do drugs. I
Don't
know
do
if I said
drugs.
that twice.
Yeah,
I've about
I
said
think
that twice.
That's good. That's
And
a good message.
women are great,
The greatest.
right, Marty? All right.
The greatest of all time.
Adulthood Pod. Thank you for listening. Volume 39.
39.
Check you out next week. Later.